This rookie class in the NBA will always go down in history as the year Victor Wembanyama made his grand entrance into the league. Wembanyama's rookie season was so spellbinding, so sporadically brilliant that it overshadowed everything in its path, including his talented peers that were quietly forming one of the deeper groups of productive rookies in recent memory. The 2023 NBA draft always had so much talent beyond Wembanyama, and they proved it in their debut seasons. Here's our list of the best rookies in the NBA during the 2023-24 season. 10. Cam Whitmore, Houston Rockets. Whitmore's stunning draft day fall to number 20 was always going to be a huge mistake. It's hard to find off-ball scorers this powerful and this explosive athletically, and it didn't take Whitmore long to put his physical gifts on full display when he finally got a chance for minutes with the Rockets. Whitmore bodied opposing defenders at the rim at only 19 years old with a lightning-quick first step and the strength to finish through contact. His three-point shot was considered his big swing skill coming into the league, but the fact that he was hitting difficult stepbacks in his 1 year at Villanova was always cause for optimism. Indeed, Whitmore looked like a legit shooter as a rookie, making 35.9% of his threes on 4.7 attempts per game. He still doesn't make many decisions with the ball in his hands, but his physical advantages are so immense that he only needs to finish plays rather than create him. On a Rockets team loaded with appealing young talent, Whitmore is another wing with nuclear athleticism who can explode for a big scoring night anytime he takes the floor. 9. Keontae George, Utah Jazz. George had an up-and-down rookie season as the number 16 overall pick in the draft, but it's easy to see the rough outline of a good player starting to form. After mostly playing off the ball during his one season at Baylor, George made the transition to point guard in the NBA and handled it well. He looked good getting to downhill and making plays for his teammates, posting a solid 24.4% assist rate despite some turnover troubles. While he struggled with his scoring efficiency, there were some real moments of encouragement with his shot making. He proved he could fire off threes with volume, 7.8 three-point attempts per 36 minutes, showed good touch by making nearly 85% of his free throws, and displayed comfort pulling up from three when defenses went under screens, 33% on deep pull-ups. There's plenty of low-hanging fruit to clean up, but George looks like a keeper for Utah's extended rebuild. 8. Amen Thompson, Houston Rockets. Twins Amen and Oscar Thompson were always the most fascinating rookies in this class after otherworldly presence of Wembanyama, forging their own path by coming out of the upstart overtime elite league. The Twins were massive guards, 6 feet and 7 inches with a 7 feet wingspan, with elite athleticism, heady IQ, and a total inability to hit an outside shot. That profile was good enough to make both top 5 picks. Amen was considered the slightly better long-term prospect as the true point guard of the pairing, and after a slow start due to another ankle injury, he showed off everything that makes him so special. Thompson's post-All-Star game performance was a blur of consistent rim pressure, contested rebounding, savvy drop-off passes, and, surprisingly, solid scoring efficiency that hints at his boundless future. Thompson is so big, so fast, so gifted to see open teammates, and so tenacious to 50-50th balls that his lack of shooting range feels more like a hindrance than a true handicap. The NBA is a more interesting league with the Thompson twins feeling out their way, and next steps could produce a ceiling higher than anyone else in the draft class other than Wemby. 7. Brandon Podziemski, Golden State Warriors. It was just over 2 years ago when Podziemski was told he wasn't good enough to handle rotation minutes at Illinois. As an NBA rookie, all he did was earn a starting spot alongside some all-time greats by contributing all the little things it takes to win. Podziemski is a capable floor spacer, a willing connective passer, and a shockingly good rebounder for a 6 feet and 4 inches guard. It takes some young players years to pick up Steve Kerr's complicated schemes, but Pods fit like a glove into exactly what the Warriors have always been trying to do. He did it by playing smart, gritty basketball and proving he could make an impact without needing the ball. He already looks like a steal as the number 19 overall pick. 6. Gigi Jackson, Memphis Grizzlies. Injuries ruined the Grizzlies' season before it ever really started, but the growth of several young players in bigger, unforeseen roles ensured this wasn't a lost season in Memphis. None of them impressed more than Gigi Jackson. Jackson showed off dynamic off-ball scoring talent as a massive 6 feet and 9 inches, 210-pound forward who just so happened to be the youngest player in the NBA this season. Jackson was much improved from his one college season both as a three-point shooter, 35.7% on 6 attempts per game, and overall scorer, 55.4% true shooting, up from 47% at South Carolina. He doesn't make many decisions with the ball, but he won't need to with Ja Morant rejoining the Memphis next season. It isn't hard to imagine he might have been the #1 pick in the 2024 NBA draft if he never chose to reclassify in high school. Finding that type of player at number 45 overall is an amazing coup for the Grizzlies. 5. Jaime Jaquez Jr., Miami Heat. After a decorated 4-year career at UCLA, Jaquez hit the ground running as a rookie after the Heat made him the number 18 pick in the 2024 draft. Jaquez was immediately able to handle the physicality of the NBA with a strong 6 feet and 6 inches, 225-pound frame that allowed him to play through contact and hold his own defensively. Offensively, Jaquez pulled off the difficult transition of going from college star to NBA role player by leaning into his ability as a cutter in the half court and getting into the open floor to finish plays in transition. The ability to post up smaller defenders or hit a tough mid-range pull-up never left. Jaquez's big question mark was always his three-point shot, and after a hot start, he tailed off considerably to end the year at 32.2%. Even without a knockdown jumper, Jaquez's toughness and basketball IQ always made him an easy fit with Heat culture. 4. Derek Lively II, Dallas Mavericks. Lively was always a hand-in-glove fit next to Luka Doncic when the Mavericks called his name at number 12 overall. Doncic is the game's most gifted passer and playmaker this side of Nikola Jokic, and giving him a supersized lob threat like Lively just made sense. At 7 feet and 2 inches with a 7 feet and 7 inches wingspan, Lively's huge catch radius and Doncic's creativity helped the rookie big man finish with a ridiculous 73.8 true shooting percentage that ranked number 3 among all players in the league. Lively was also a force on the glass, finishing second in the NBA in offensive rebound percentage, 11.9%. His rim protection also looked good. His 1.4 blocks per game would have finished number 12 in the NBA if he played enough minutes to qualify for the official leaderboard. Lively doesn't shoot, and he doesn't make decisions as a passer, but he's still been a major addition for the Mavericks team simply by being big and active. 3. Brandon Miller, Charlotte Hornets cinch. The Charlotte Hornets' decision to take Miller over Scoot Henderson at number 2 overall was somewhat controversial in the moment, but it sure seems like the right call for now. The 6 feet and 9 inches wing looks like a star scorer in the making, with soft touch from deep, a crafty mid-range pull-up game, and the size to shoot over almost any defender. Miller was both a high-volume and efficient shooter from three-point range this year, making 37.3% from deep on 6.7 attempts per game. He took a lot of mid-range shots, but hit them at a respectable 43% clip per cleaning the glass. Miller's passing also popped off the screen at times, showing the ability to maintain his dribble as defenses swarmed him before finding open teammates. Miller still needs to improve his rim finishing, but he was an effective scorer even while struggling in that area. Every team in the league would like a big wing who can shoot it from deep and get off a good look from mid-range, and the Hornets found that player with the number 2 pick. 2. Chet Holmgren, Oklahoma City Thunder. After missing the entirety of his true rookie year last season with a Lisfranc injury to his right foot, Holmgren finally debuted for the Oklahoma City Thunder and answered every question about his viability in the NBA. The 7 feet and 1 inch big man was immediately one of the better rim protectors in the league, anchoring a top 5 defense in OKC. His offense is so versatile for a player his size, with a smooth 3-point stroke, 37% from deep, an impressive handle, and the motor and toughness to finish inside, 71% at the rim. The Thunder's jump from 40 wins last year to 57 wins and the number 1 seed in the Western Conference this year is all the evidence you need of Holmgren's impact on winning. Perhaps most impressive of all, Holmgren proved he could withstand the physical toll of an NBA season by starting all 82 games at center. The Thunder have a unique weapon in the middle that has supercharged their evolution into a contender before anyone could have realistically expected it. 1. Victor Wembanyama, San Antonio Spurs. Wembanyama was touted as one of the best prospects to ever enter the NBA long before he was taken number 1 overall in the 2024 draft. Somehow, the San Antonio Spurs sensation didn't just live up to the hype, he surpassed it. Wembanyama terrorized opponents on both ends of the floor during one of the most productive rookie seasons in league history. He's already a game-changing defender, leading the NBA in blocks by a huge margin and deterring so many more shots from even going up because of the specter of his 8 feet wingspan. Wembanyama improved so much offensively as the season went on, especially after his midseason move to center. His ball handling is so advanced for a 7 feet and 5 inches dude. His passing improved exponentially in the second half of the year, and it feels like it's only a matter of time before his three-point shot falls with more regularity because he clearly has very good touch. The most interesting question about Wembanyama after his rookie season is how long it will take for him to become the best player in the world. Nikola Jokic and others set an extremely bar, but the 20-year-old Wemby is on a rocket ship trajectory that can't be stopped. Watching him get there just might be the most satisfying part of the journey.
Like and subscribe if you like this video.